Alright, you guys talked me into it. I'm back at it. Today we're replacing a subfloor in the house. If you watched my previous video when I was doing my hall bath, it was rotted away due to water damage, and the same thing in the master bath where I'm doing now. Much less damage, so that's a good thing. However, there's still some, so we still gotta replace some. But we're gonna get on the road in the old 5.7 Hemi. Got a bird of those. For all you Home Depot fans out there, I agree, I like Home Depot better, but we don't have one in Sumter, so I'm sorry. Gotta deal with Lowe's. But we're gonna go get some screws, some liquid nails, a couple little odds and ends, and we'll get to it. Kind of took it easy last night, got late on me, and I decided, we'll do it tomorrow, I won't rush it. So, I got back from Lowe's, got some liquid nails. We're going to use that to secure the subfloor to the floor joist, as well with some number 10 2-inch exterior screws, and then I got a little 4-inch Fernco rubber cap that we're going to put on top of the old poop tube there to seal it off, because obviously I'm going to have to remove that. Hopefully, I think it's so rotten around it I can probably get this old stuff up without taking it off. And then I won't have to go into the crawl space to remove it. I'll be able to do it from up here. But if not, you guys get to come with me into the crawl space. So that's going to be a lovely experience for y'all. But hopefully we can do it from up top. But that said, let's get to work tearing this whole stuff out. First thing we're going to do, all this that is no more, it's just dust at this point. Obviously I want something for this internal wall to sit on, so the new piece of plywood is actually going to slide underneath this framing a little bit. We're going to get rid of all this dry rot, well, all this rot as far back until it starts becoming a solid board again, and then we can go flush with the wall. And then on this other side here, it's still in really good condition. There's no rot on this side at all, even in this corner where the tub was, so that's super cool. We'll just take a fine tool and we'll score the plywood all the way down that side, and then we may need to put some blocking in for the new stuff to sit on. I don't know what's underneath here, if there's any sort of floor joist or how far it comes out, but you want to have the plywood secured on all sides, not just on the seams where the floor joists are. So we may have to add some blocking in there, but we'll start getting this all cut out. I'll put you guys on time lapse, because I don't think you want to hear a fine tool oscillate for however long it's going to take me to pick this out. Always wear safety glasses. I honestly am the safety guy at work. completely agree. Now put some lead in your pencil. And we win. Woo! I mean, shnikes. Well, we got it up, guys. I know it didn't look pleasantly fun by any means, but it's up. So now we can cut out the new piece, get the new piece put down. But this is what I was talking about when I was saying scabbing. Wow, that's awesome. So none of these are even secured. They're just literally pushed up from the bottom side, and they sister in a 2x4 next to the floor joist, and then that's what supports the weight of the plywood, which should still be attached somehow, but it's not. So, but one thing they did do right is they took that pipe out from the bottom side and then put this up on over that. There's not a relief cut anywhere in that. So I'm gonna have to take the old poop tube out from the crawl space like I thought I was gonna get away with, because you can see I got all the rotten subfloor out from around there without any issue because it just fell apart. But this stuff is in pretty good shape because they just did it whenever I bought the house. Oh geez, it's been about 3 years now. Kind of crazy to think about that. But we'll get all this cleaned up and the new piece cut, and then go back together stuff. On second thought, I don't know why I thought that board was made out of steel or something. I'm just gonna cut this board, and then I don't have to draw into the crawl space. Granted, the access door is like right there, but I mean, it's the principle of things. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna cut that piece, break out the Sawzall instead of that fine tool. The fine tool works for when you have to make nice, precise cuts straight down, but it takes forever. But we'll break out the Sawzall, cut that there, cut that there, and then we can take that off, and then get access to the another Fernco coupling that's like right about there, and then I'll put the cap on that one, go back together with a new. Some of you may be thinking right now, Henry, why are you cleaning a construction site? Well, because a clean work site is a happy work site. No, in all seriousness, I just like to clean as I go, because then it's not so much of a pain in the end. I'll just do a little bit at a time. So now that we got our precision cutting device, I'm gonna cut that little piece around the toilet flange so we can get these scab boards out of here. See the old poop tube toilet flange, and if you guys look right down there, right below it, you can see that first Fernco coupling. What we're going to do is we're going to take that Fernco coupling off and then put a little cap that I have on there on the piece of pipe right below it, and then that way the flange will be out of the way for us for whenever we lay the new subfloor down. Well, that was my bit that just fell down in the crawl space. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna chalk that one up as a loss. Alright, let's try that again. That's better. Alright, now that we got that cap on, take this off so you guys can hear me. Now that we got that cap on, we can go ahead and start measuring for the new piece. Guys, out in the garage now, got my handy dandy drawing. I know that's some grade A sketch work right there, but measure twice, cut once, so verify all your numbers, simple stuff. But we're gonna get this laid out on a piece of plywood, and I'll show you guys that right now. You guys can see the dry ply lifetime limited warranty. So let's treat it on this side, and then if you can kind of see right here where it's peeled off a little bit, that's the non-treated, just regular plywood. So they got that cool little coating on there to protect it. So we're gonna get this laid out. So you guys can see here that I got the line all traced out, and obviously it's not just a simple cut. You can, over on the right hand corner right here, that's where I want to try and get underneath that piece of 2x4 that's jarred out. And then there's the main, or not the main, but a 2-inch drain for my hall bath for both the sinks right there. So I got that notched out for it. And then this will be underneath the 2x4 that's rotted out. And then this will be the actual edge of the 2x4. And it's a little bit off. So you gotta watch that whenever you're working with old houses. Nothing's ever perfect. Even in new construction, nothing's ever perfect. So just be mindful of that and make that a priority to measure on both sides of something, because if you just took a measurement here, you go throw it back in and you're 1/4 inch too long, 1/4 inch short, it makes for a frustrating time. So just measure twice, cut once. There she is, all cut. Just use the router to get that little guy right there. And we're gonna see, go do a dry fit. Always do a dry fit before you lay down your liquid nails on the floor joist. Because if your measure twice, cut once didn't work, and you want to be able to cut twice. Well, there we have it. There's a dry fit. So measure twice, cut once, worked out for me. Fit in perfect the first time. Doesn't always happen like that, so pretty lucky here. We'll get this pulled back up and then show you how to liquid nails the floor joist, and then go get the right bit for my impact. We'll start screwing it down. First things first, invest yourself in a decent quality caulk gun. Nice ones have these little metal nails on them so you can break the sealant. Give it a couple pokes and then put it back down. Now all the original floor joists, so the dark color wood is where this subfloor is going to lay down on. Like I said earlier, we don't want to shift it at all, so this liquid nails will keep it in place along with the screws. So just run you a nice healthy bead all the way down. You don't have to be pretty with it. It's construction adhesive. No one's going to see it. Now to get over to this other side, be careful not to step in it. Now move this back side, but y'all can't really see that well. This will turn it. Woo. Well, that worked out way too perfectly. It's exactly one whole tube. It's good because that's all I had. Next, we're going to get this guy repositioned back down in there, hopefully not disturbing construction adhesive too much. Now we're just going to sink it down. These 2" by number 10 screws. That's pretty much all she wrote. Now, one thing I did mess up on here, guys, is if you mark where the floor joists are, it makes it a lot easier when you go to screw it down. Luckily, I was still able to see them through the cracks on the sides, and then kind of just grabbed some scrap lying around from the shower and the hall bath, and you can kind of get close. I haven't missed one yet, knock on wood, but sink these last couple screws in, and that's about a wrap. And that's that. We got the new subfloor down. No rot. Tons of screws. Went a little overboard, but hopefully the next poor guy that has to take this apart is not me. But without further ado, I think we're gonna wrap this video up.